So this is the Business 100 final for the fall semester. Our group is doing JPMorgan Chase, and our group consists of Jennifer Sun, Michael Kahren, and Fiona Chau. So first we're going to go over company information. So JPMorgan Chase is a global financial services firm. Their stock price is $121.24 as of right now. So they are one of the largest banks in the world, and they are actually the largest bank in America. Their total assets in the US is total assets in US money is 3.213 trillion, and they have operations worldwide. Secondly, we're going to be going over business structure. Firstly, let's go over business ethics and social responsibility of JPMorgan Chase. So one instance of them taking on the social responsibility of sort of allowing job opportunities to all different kinds of people from different backgrounds is when they teamed up with the Indeed hiring events company and Goodwill to hire minorities and provide them with job opportunities. So these are people who might have issues with finding jobs in the past for simple things like minor criminal records, disabilities, and stuff like that. They also have many diversity programs for people like veterans, neurodiverse people, and they even have a branch that is welcoming to those who use sign language. So, as of late, because of the recent attention to Black Lives Matter and more social justice causes in the past few years, they started a new diversity push. So this includes mandatory diversity training to be more receptive to complaints, um, such as customer complaints, even employee complaints, etc. So this is all sort of part of the agenda to become more receptive to people's criticisms. So this is one good thing that they're doing. Another sort of big step that this company took to advance itself in terms of their charitable work and expansion of good things that they do for the communities that they are in. They did a $30 billion pledge in the past year, so October 2020. So this might also be because of the recent light shining on racial inequalities in America. So they want to take the next 5 years and address racial inequality. So this is the $30 billion will go to many things such as loans, equity, and direct funding to communities of color. So they want to expand home ownership in those communities, give back to small businesses, improve access to banking in certain areas. So JPMorgan Chase actually has this posted on their website. It's sort of one of the things that they want to share to anyone who is interested, that long-term business success depends on community success. When everyone has a fair shot at participating in the rewards of growth, the economy will be stronger and society more cohesive. So this kind of shows their values. They want to, in terms of social responsibility, they believe that kind of helping out the communities that they're in and giving more access to underprivileged communities, that will overall help them and sort of society in the long run. So sort of going back to the social responsibility idea, some charity and social justice work that they've done, they have a JPMorgan Chase Foundation. So again, this is sort of has more of a focus on neighborhoods that they are in, so they want to sort of make this community where that's more receptive to minorities. So they have support programs designed to promote workforce readiness, small business expansion, financial capability, community development, overall things just to support the communities that they're in. One thing that Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JPMorgan Chase has said is racism has existed for too long in our country and in our communities, and unfortunately at times even in our company. But this is not who we are. We want you all to be active in making needed progress. So this was in light of some racism going on in one of their branches. So this is one thing that they can sort of improve, as stated in SWOT later on in the presentation. We believe that maybe having more communication within the company will assist in these issues. And that's one thing that they can work on. But again, Jamie Dimon is sort of saying in this quote that this is not something he promotes. So one important thing in companies and business structure is how do they motivate their employees? So one way that they motivate their employees as of late in light of the COVID-19 pandemic is they're asking all their managers to permit their employees to work from home, and in fact they're even encouraging them. So this is sort of in a way encouraging employees to take care of themselves, be safe, not spread the disease, the virus, and sort of encouraging health.
I'll be talking about the marketing and business strategies of JPMorgan Chase. First, I'll be speaking about the marketing strategies. JPMorgan Chase offers vast amounts of services and products, manipulates prices to best dominate the market. They have several service channels, and they have remarkable advertising. To name a few services and products, JPMorgan Chase offers investment banking and financial services to customers, small businesses, some of the biggest corporate and government clients. They also offer institutional asset management, investment banking, investment management, markets and investor services, treasury services, private banking, wealth management and brokerage to investors, financial institutions, corporations, municipal entities, and the government. They also offer credit cards, small businesses, home loans, and home equity line of credit, auto finance, education finance, and retirement and investing. Personal bank accounts, merchant services are all offered under the Trace brand. Equity, private equity, fixed income, cash liquidity, real estate, hedge funds, and currency are offered under JPMorgan Chase as a whole. Next, how JPMorgan Chase manipulates prices to best dominate the market. JPMorgan Chase follows competitive pricing and interest rates are quite low. In the credit card segment, JPMorgan Chase cuts prices to remain competitive. Major competitors being Citigroup Incorporated, PayPal Incorporated, and Square Incorporated. The bank charges a brokerage percentage on the various services it provides, therefore for large businesses making large profits for the bank. JPMorgan Chase has several service channels through which serves its customers and businesses. Personal services are provided at bank branches and through automatic teller machines, ATMs. The bank has 5,300 branches and around 15,500 ATMs. JPMorgan Chase also has other channels such as online, mobile, and telephone banking. Online customers can create their accounts where they can have access to all their savings balance, loan, credit card, and other information. JPMorgan Chase has great advertising. JPMorgan Chase has a very strong brand name. This is mainly achieved through relations with its clients. The company tries to take care of all financial needs of the client. They also have a program at which employees visit clients and give personalized services to build upon client relations. They also offer referral programs where clients are given rewards for giving referrals. JPMorgan Chase also is using social media for its promotion, mainly Facebook. Online ads are used and the company site also acts as promotional channel in which various services are advertised. Now on to the business strategies JPMorgan Chase utilizes. JPMorgan Chase strives to have exceptional client service, operational excellence, a commitment to integrity, fairness, and responsibility. Lastly, they strive to create a great team and winning culture. In what ways does JPMorgan Chase achieve exceptional client service, you may ask? Well, they do so through several actions. They exceed customer expectations by anticipating and listening to customer needs, making it as easy as can be to do business with them. They also build trust with customers, always looking for solutions while keeping the customer's best interests in mind. They make sure to offer high quality, good deals, and always to negotiate with customers when involving competitors. They don't plan to make quick profit and instead play for the long run by doing what's right for the customer. They also spend time studying competition to understand the customer situation and be able to make reasonable counteroffers. Lastly, they try to be innovative and make sure they are never outdated to satisfy customers. The next business strategy JPMorgan Chase takes pride in is in operational excellence. They don't settle for mediocrity and strive for excellence by measuring performance through detailed, balanced scorecards. They also strive for maximum individual excellence by always comparing themselves with the best of the best. They ensure accurate, transparent accounting and minimize the amount of ineffective reporting. They make sure to have flexible capital, dynamically manage risk, and always raise red flags in employees' responsibility. They spend their money like it is their customers' money. For example, when investing, they think wisely. They utilize technology to simplify and speed up the operations of the company. They make sure to be consistent and make every detail and every person count while having an intensive work ethic. Another business strategy JPMorgan Chase expresses is a commitment to integrity, fairness, and responsibility. They take pride in doing the right thing even when it's not the easy thing, and have no tolerance when it comes to unethical behavior. They make sure minor setbacks don't turn into permanent excuses. They make sure to create and embrace an inclusive environment. And they respect people's personal lives and make sure to help out employees that are struggling. The final business strategy JPMorgan Chase encompasses is a great team and winning culture. They take time to make sure they hire the right people and train them well. They treat everyone with respect and encourage everyone to contribute the best way someone can. They provide employees with proper training, the truth, and opportunities to build a vibrant company. They set clear goals and priorities, reinforce them, and ensure follow-up and communicate progress. They make sure to provide constant feedback, tell people when they are doing a good job, and more important, when they are not. They recognize teamwork can mean both getting along and having the courage to stand alone and do the right thing. They encourage constructive, open debate and keep an open mind when it comes to different approaches. They view leadership as an honor and a responsibility. They strive for continual improvement and make sure people are never stop learning.
Hi, my name is Jen, and I'll be talking about business structure. So JPMorgan Chase is organized into four major sectors of business, which are consumer and community banking that interacts directly with households and communities spanning over 5,000 branches and 20,000 ATMs. Corporate and investment banking, which works with large businesses and offers management services for assets like pensions and hedge funds. Commercial banking, which is similar to corporate and investment banking, except for that it works with smaller regional businesses. And lastly is asset management, which assists individuals and institutions with pensions and research funds. This business structure may be effective in dividing powers, but sometimes leads to disparities in service quality. For example, in 2019, Jimmy Kennedy, a former NFL player, was told he was too big and black and was refused from becoming a private client. And in 2017, JPMorgan Chase had to pay $55 million in a lawsuit claiming that the bank charged thousands of African American and Hispanic borrowers higher interest rates on mortgages. So what does this have to do with business structure? According to Investopedia, the top shareholders of JPMorgan include Jamie Dimon, who is the CEO, as well as the CEOs of all of the organizational branches. As major shareholders and executives, these individuals have the most influence over company decisions in their respective sectors. But due to the various instances of discrimination in local branches, there evidently needs to be more communication between these sectors and their management to reduce discrepancy between Company policy and practice. To improve customer interactions, our group recommends requiring local branches to submit weekly or monthly reports that require them to detail any instances of discrimination as a deterrent and record or document all customer interactions to ensure consistent service quality. JPMorgan also claims that diversity and inclusion is important for their business. Their workforce demographics show that for 2019, 49% of their US employees were white, while 51% were grouped under the ethnic category. At first glance, this may seem like an equal number, but closer examination into their management demographics suggests that diversity can be improved. The table on the right shows that the makeup of JPMorgan's executive and management positions is still predominantly white. For example, 81% of 2,982 executives were white, with all US ethnic combined making up only 19%. And a closer breakdown of the ethnic category shows that African Americans and Hispanics occupy the least percentage of executives, with only 4 and 5% respectively. Even at lower management positions, referred to as professionals, we can still see that these positions are still mostly white. Once again, the percentage of US ethnic combined is equal to the percentage of white professionals, with Black and Hispanic workers still being the least represented. From the data taken directly from JPMorgan's website, we can see that though JPMorgan Chase publicly promotes diversity, their demographics and management do not reflect it. Hopefully, with diversity initiatives starting in 2020, opportunities for mobility within the company can start becoming more available for workers of color. Like all corporations, JPMorgan relies on technology for marketing and making their services more convenient. They do have official Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn accounts, but their engagement on social media is not very high, as shown by their low amounts of comments and likes on Instagram or their retweets on Twitter. Even on LinkedIn, which better suits their demographic, also has low engagement with likes and comments. Though they don't have a strong social media presence, they don't necessarily need one. As I mentioned, they mostly have professional relationships with their customers to help them with finances and investments, so there isn't a need for them to create an active social media following, since those on social media are most likely just looking for entertainment. In fact, one of their biggest technological assets would definitely be their Chase app. The app is perfect for their demographic and services, as it allows the user to manage their bank accounts and credit cards without having to go to the bank in person. The app is also easy to navigate and provides accurate notifications for potentially fraudulent credit card charges.
So this is Fiona Chau, and I'll be going over the visionary propositions. So our visionary propositions for JPMorgan Chase in the future. So where do you see the future of this company going? So currently, we think that the company is quite successful. We think that if JPMorgan Chase sort of continues the path that they're on right now, they'll stay as successful as they are, which is quite successful. They are the biggest bank in the U.S. Or they'll continue to grow, which is what we hope that they'll do. And we do have some suggestions for that later. If we were the new CEO or the business leaders of JPMorgan Chase, some things that we would do differently is maybe improve communication between the branches and the overall company in general. Since it's such a big company, this does come with some issues, such as maybe some of the branches have issues within them that doesn't align with the overall company's morals and values. And this sort of relates to the next point, which is to become more receptive to customer complaints. So, in light of the incident that happened this year with racism happening at one of the branches, this is one thing that they are trying to improve on, that we would also want to encourage them to improve on, is to be more receptive to customer complaints, and even within the company too. So what would we change to make the company more successful? We would overall kind of want them to make the various operations that they provide more smooth. So like banking and sort of like the financial services that they provide, we would want them to make it more cohesive. So maybe innovate a little bit more and have different platforms or resources for different people to use all the resources that they have. And sort of another point that we wanted to make was maybe make things online. So especially with the current COVID-19 situation, more people are at home. Maybe they don't want to go out and meet someone who will give them financial advice. We have this idea maybe they can make more stuff online and hence more accessible. So next we have our SWOT stuff on these slides, and we also go into some of the key partners, activities, resources, the values, etc. And this is our works cited. So thank you for listening. This was the Business 100 final for Michael Kahren, Jennifer Sun, and Fiona Chau presenting on JPMorgan Chase.